you're all set for this job tomorrow, but if you need an extra man, I can...
You're in. There's always room for family.
Hello and welcome to KamenRider Blackman, and welcome to now the final week of Revice Month. And so, we are going to be talking about Revice's summer movie, Battle Familia. And so, this review is going to be like how I did for Beyond Generations, where we're going to summarize details of it. And so, we're going to start off with the very beginning, the plot. And the plot of this movie is pretty... It's new and completely different, but fairly simple. By the way, this movie's once again canon to the show, like with Birth of Chimera. And so in full canonicity, it's after the writers defeated Gift, and literally sometime after Birth of Chimera, because that movie apparently takes place months before this, weirdly. Which does make me ask questions about the time scaling, because Birth of Chimera apparently happened months ago, but I guess that could be considered a separate event, except it kind of shouldn't be, because Birth of Chimera literally took place after they defeated Gift, and George is working on the Juga driver. It kind of makes no sense there, but it is canon. But, to the plot, the Igarashi kids send their parents off on a trip because it's their mom's birthday, and KamenRider Daimon, Azuma, and his crew hijack the plane, and the first half of the movie is basically a rescue mission. Now, the kids do go and find their parents with, of course, the help of George and Hiromi. And that's where the real part of their scheme, part of the bad guys' scheme happens. The plane hijacking was an elaborate plan for the Igarashi kids to be lured to them and have their gift cells drained from them to empower Azuma, since Gift's gone and he's starting to disintegrate. And while I'm at it too, there's apparently a bomb there, I think. Or so I think, but I remember there being a device there, partly to empower Azuma. But moving on. When the kids go and rescue their parents, they're stopped by KamenRider Daimon. And here's how Daimon shows that he's powerful. He does one special technique where the demons, Vice, Kagero, and Love Cove are separated from the Igarashis, and basically are mind controlled to be evil for a bit. And how does that mind control get thwarted off? Somehow, with the mom releases an inner angel or demon, sort of. I don't get it. And it Deus Ex Machinas the whole situation. I don't understand how she never displayed that ability before in the show. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know if that's the mom's inner demon, or hell, if that was the mom's inner demon, then that would make sense. But the look of that thing that came out of her, that entity, it didn't look evil at all. It looked kind of holy for a moment. But yeah, it Deus Ex Machina the whole situation, freed the kids, freed the demons, and then KamenRider Igarashi. Yeah, that's the one part of the movie that was... I guess it brought it down some, because how the full hell? And that scene, well, something like that never happens again. It was just a straight Deus Ex Machina for KamenRider Igarashi. To which, let's talk about the look of that rider now. It's a full combination of Revice, Live, and Jean. And it looks... I'll say this, the helmet, no. Two of the cloaks, I guess. One being from Live, the other being from Jean, sort of. This suit is really... merm. It's totally merm. Like, I don't know how to take it. But this is not the do-all end-all that beats the bad guys in this movie. This just shows up out of nowhere to be a Deus Ex Machina. So for once, a movie-exclusive form is not used to beat the bad guys. I'll take it. But still weird. Let's actually talk about Nozomu, KamenRider Chimera, for a moment. Since he is in this movie, and since the end of Birth of Chimera, he was following Azuma to get revenge for his parents. Nozomu in this movie, he's pretty good. He doesn't get a lot of screen time, obviously, because his driver goes back and forth between him and Azuma. But honestly, it's fine. If only because he has spent so much time motivated by revenge. And this whole experience has had him, well, get over his revenge and do good just to do good. Basically act like a common rider. So this is honestly fine, and I give credit to it's honestly thanks to Genta that he takes a few steps back about what he's doing. And for the rest of the movie, like, Nozomu helps out minorly, but everyone else is taking over, and that's fine. Because, well, yeah, he needed the ease back. Speaking of which, the dad actually brought his Deathstream driver with him, and he's actually stopped by the TSAs for a moment. God, that's been that image, that's been an image online forever, and I finally get to use it here because, wow, is it just silly. Mind you, the TSAs literally thought it was a toy, but it's just silly. Imagine going through bag checking and someone sees like a morpher or a driver on, and you're just thinking, that's funny. Though still kind of bizarre too, because Deathstream does show up for a good portion, well, a small portion in this movie, but not at moments where he could have helped out earlier. Literally more towards the end, which I will talk about after... Well, matter of fact, after I talk about this next part. The plot of this movie is fairly simple, and the action and storytelling takes up most of it. And this next part actually leads up to the final battle, and that's when George goes to Oteka to get his help, since where the mom, the dad, and all the passengers from the plane are at is at this abandoned NOAA science lab that's protected by an entire barrier, so no one could get in and no one could get out. And the one way to get through the barrier is, once again, with one of these eyeballs that Gift apparently had. So with that, George and Hiromi could use that to get in, as well as Oteka, who still has that gift energy and power within him. So they bring him out for that in exchange for a reduced sentence. And Hana and Tamaki show up to help too. Sure, that's fine since they are both writers. And for some weird reason, Wamaki, I'm kidding, I'm done using that voice. For some weird reason, Tamaki brings their old dead man clothes with them. Why exactly? That was just random. But the final battle though. That final battle was everything. The mom drives the bus, so her whole focus is driving a bus to get everyone out. Once the cavalry comes in to help the riders inside, it's just an all-out battle. Everyone, straight up, Hiromi, he fights with a bow and arrow in his hand and shoots down mooks. And I watched that and I was like, that's dope. Sakura fights untransformed, and so does the dad. Maybe he doesn't need to be streamed so much, but the fact that he can fight and hold his own, yes. And with all the other characters coming in to help, like Oteka, Hana, Tamaki, because they transform too, this whole final battle is lit. There's untransformed fights, transformed fights, Deathstream transforms to fight with his children. It's lit. Straight up, it's lit. Now, for Azuma in this movie, towards the end where the movie's going to be over, he's disintegrating and losing power. But Iki, weirdly enough, takes a moment to sympathize with him because his job was really to look after Earth's progress to see if Gift should kill everyone or not. But throughout that time, he apparently made connections and relationships that all died before him. Which, apparently, too, he's been around for so long. He's been around through, different eras where he's murdered people. In the Sengoku era, I guess somewhere in the 1800s. And the 40s or something, where he just shoots someone where I guess Azuma is doing an Al Capone impression. Strange. But basically, Iki uses the Giffard Rex Vice Stamp to give him a little bit of energy just so they can have a final battle. Like I said, the whole reason for it was to sympathize with them. For full context, I would definitely recommend watching this movie because this movie is just full-on entertaining. So yes, do watch this movie. But yeah, Revi and Daimon have a final battle, and that's about it. Oh, weirdly enough, the demon from last time, Chick, he apparently had a switch to a bomb on him and blows up the whole vicinity. Well, vicinity? Yeah, vicinity. As soon as I saw that, I was thinking, where the hell did he get a bomb for to blow the whole place up? And everyone escapes. Everyone turns out fine. There's apparently a pregnant woman who's there, who's played by Zuo Tiger. She gives birth. The kid's named after Nozomu. The end. Once again, yeah, I know I just summed it up, but watch this movie. Honest to God, watch this movie. It's entertaining. It's heartfelt. Honest to God, the best part about this movie is the characters, which was the best part of Revice too, the characters. But in this movie, it extends from like the good guys to the bad guys. Everyone's awesome in this. So yeah, this has been Revice Month. This was fun. In all honesty, like, this has been fun. I just wish it was all contained within 1 month and not stretching out to freaking March. But shit happens. But this is fun. I've enjoyed looking at the movies, the show. This was just fun. But after I get to editing this and get back to playing my dishes, I have another project to work on. Next time, we'll be looking at Avatar Sentai DonBrothers. Yeah, that's going to be, it's going to be a thing. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm forgetting my own catchphrase because I just God, I can't talk. I remembered I'm reviewing DonBrothers and now I can't talk. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share this video. Peace.